Welcome to Tiger Stadium in Attica, Ohio, as the 3-1 Tigers play host to the undefeated Colonel Crawford Eagles in our matchup of the week here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Good evening. My name is Dominic Helmstetter, and joining me tonight, I've got my two friends. I've got Greg Kinn on the keys, and I've got Connor Roush on the sideline. Welcome, guys.
Hello, Dom. Great to be here tonight.
All right. We have got one heck of a league matchup for everybody tonight. And, of course, tonight's show, it's brought to you by Rogers Flowers. Rogers Flowers, okay, from in Tiffin, Ohio, with homecoming right around the corner. Make sure that you stop by downtown Tiffin and check out their selection, flowers and tuxedos. That's Rogers Flowers in Tiffin, Ohio. All right, we are seconds away from the kickoff for tonight, and I can't say how excited I am. Colonel Crawford, high-flying offense. They put up a lot of points, especially early on. And this Tigers defense, I'm really anxious to see how they respond to that type of attention. So, Connor, if you could give us a few quick XCRA keys to the game.
Here is the kickoff. The
short kick. Bishkoff is going to scoop it up and be taken down around the 43-yard line.
I think keys tonight is we got to watch for Blake Foose and how Seneca East is in their offensive game and passing and see. They go to their QB pretty quick here in the game, so we'll see how the momentum goes off of them.
All right. It'd also be really interesting to see how the Eagles are able to withstand that late game throttling that the Tigers have been putting on everybody. They lead the league in points scored in the fourth quarter, so that'll be a fun one there. Of course, our keys to the game brought to us by XCRA Mexican Restaurant. XCRA is a staple of the Tiffin community, so stop by. Check them out. They've got a fantastic menu. So much good food. First down run right up the middle, taken down, no gain, as we get our first chance to see this Seneca East offense and going up against this very talented Eagles defense.
As you see here, Blake is second in the league in passing yards at 799, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So it'll be exciting to see what he can do up in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Getting past that Eagles defense.
No question, Connor. Foose, he's kind of a do-it-all type of quarterback here, and the more he is able to do, the more this offense is able to do. So here we go. And we've got Beamer in motion, and it's Foose right up the middle. He's got some space. He's going to be drugged down to the ground by 4 white jerseys, and that's going to bring up third and long for the Tigers.
I feel like we're going to see that a lot tonight, how that Eagles defense just collapsed in, and there's 3-4 guys easily on Beamer there.
No question, and that's a pretty stout defensive line for the Eagles over there. If you just go down the roster, 205, 205, 205, 240, 260. There's a lot of beef up there. Here we go, third and long. Foose looking to toss it. He's got his man, and it's going to be Beamer, who's drugged down short of the first down marker. Actually, it's number 4, Blake Martin. And that'll bring up 4th and 6. For the Tigers. And offense appears to be staying out there on the field. Now, something to keep in mind, Foose, he's also their kicker. So he may pooch kick the ball away here. Nobody is back for the Eagles, so they're expecting play all the way. And
there goes some
here's some movement. There's some late movement, and it's going to be kicked off to the Eagles, and that's going to be Voigt who's going to pick it up. He's at the 20, 25, pushing his way up towards the 30, where he's going to be drugged down, and good field position for the Eagles. And here we go, Connor. You talked about this high-flying offense. Eagles fly, and 49 points a game. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch tonight.
This will be, especially a very, very aggressive first-half team, Eagles here. So we'll see how Seneca East's defense will be against this offense.
Eagles have a talented trio of runners. They've got Tanner Dyer, the senior running back, who gets a lot of work. But then also Cameron Lohr, their quarterback. And here we go, Lohr with the quarterback keeper. He's off. He's got some space. Powers his way forward for a huge gain. That'll bring up second and short for the Eagles.
Cameron Lohr. Lohr picks up 7 on the play, second down and 3.
This Eagles team very balanced on the ground as they spread the carries out quite evenly. Most of them, they've got 31, 32, and 33 carries on the season. So they're not heavy in one direction at all. So it's something that the Tigers need to keep an eye on because they just don't know who's going to get the ball at any given time. Here we go, Lohr, and he's going to hand it off. And it looks like it might be Dyer, the running back. As Clenard, Matt Clenard, number 32, the senior running back for the Eagles, who's going to be drugged down just short of the first down marker.
Yeah, coming into this game, we see that Colonel Crawford has definitely been favoring the run game this year so far, with I saw only 30 attempts for passing. So that in 4 games this season so far. So that's something to
And that takes away from one of the Tigers' defensive assets, which is their DBs. All right, here we go. Lohr right up the middle. First down for Colonel Crawford as those chains are going to continue to move. 8:41 here in the first quarter. 0-0 from Attica. Here we go, Lohr. He's going to give it off to Clenard, who's off to the right side. He's going to churn those legs and power forward for, it looks like, 6 yards. Another positive gain for the Eagles.
5, second down and 5. Ball spotted at the Seneca East 48.
So with the spot, it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 48-yard line as that brings the Eagles right up to midfield. Here we go. It's going to be Clenard again. Off to the left, right up the middle. Trips over himself. Got by a couple defenders. Trips over himself. First down for the Eagles as he's taken down at the 32-yard line. And the Eagles are quick up to the line of scrimmage, trying to keep this tempo going.
You see that with the Colombians team a lot, and it works out in their favor.
Absolutely.
Up-tempo offense like this.
Yeah, dictate the tone. Here we go, Clenard.
Oh, there's a pass.
Open, touchdown.
touchdown.
There you go, touchdown Eagles. As it's going to be Lohr, and it looks like number 5, Voigt, is going to pick that up.
Let's see if we can take another look at that one there.
And let's see Greg. He's going to bring that replay in for us.
Oh, just a beautiful pass right on target.
Yes,
drops it right in the bucket. Touchdown, Eagles.
Boom, just like that. Connor, you mentioned the Eagles, they score in bunches and did not take them long, about 2 minutes to put up some points here in the first quarter.
And that was a passing touchdown. So it worked out in their favor there.
Absolutely, and the PAT, it is up and is good, so that's going to bring our score here in the first quarter with 7:42. It is Colonel Crawford 7 and Hometown Tigers 0.
First drive touchdown for the Eagles, and that's a big statement drive, being on the road here, playing the Seneca East Tigers at their field.
Absolutely right, Connor. Starts the momentum going your way right off the bat. First drive, put up points. Just keep it rolling from there.
And Dominic, how was last year's game for the Tigers versus Eagles?
Yeah, Tigers, they took one on the chin there, Connor, 43-13. So I'm expecting a lot of points by Colonel Crawford again this year. I think something we talked a little bit about is the strength of this Tigers defense, at least for this game. It's got to be that defensive line. And they've got some solid players, but if you're Colonel Crawford, if you're able to pound the ball, and then just toss it right over the top like that, it's hard to defend.
Yes, it is.
So let's see how the Tigers how they respond to get their second opportunity of the night on offense. Of course, Tigers, they received the football. They won the coin toss, elected to receive the football here in the first half. So here we go, and it's going to be It's going to be Martin who receives it, takes it right up the left sideline, drug down around the 22-yard line. And this is where Foose is going to bring the offense back out.
About the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Foose being a staple here on this team. His rushing as well, actually leading the league this year in rushing at 502 yards.
Yeah, not only is he leading the N10 in rushing yards, but carries as well. I believe he's got a 32 carry lead over the second rusher in the league. So dynamic athlete there for the Tigers. So we're going to have first and 10 from the 32-yard line. 7:35 in the first quarter from Tiger Stadium. And it's going to be Martin who takes it right up the middle. And he's going to be thrown down after a pickup of about 2 yards.
Gain of about 3 on the play, second down and 7.
So far, Colonel Crawford's just going in there and closing the gaps. And Seneca East getting 2-3 yards of rush.
Yeah, they are big and quick. Second and 7. The official marker from the 35-yard line as you've got Beamer in motion. A quick flip to Martin, who takes it off to the right side, met by 2 defenders, taken down by 3 defenders. And something I've noticed right away here, Connor, is this Eagles defense is swarming to the football.
They came to play tonight, and you can definitely tell they do want a statement win tonight.
Yeah, and Colonel Crawford, they've been playing we'll say some lightweight competition so far this year, and this is their first huge test. And as you said, statement game. They want to show they're legit.
Yes, they do, and both teams coming off a league win last week.
Foose up the middle, dancing his way around, trying to get some yardage, taken down at the line, no gain.
Doing everything he can there to try to keep the legs churning and get the yards, but that Eagles defense is just all over the ball. Look at this, right back up on the ball here.
4th and 2. They're going for a 4th down again. I
guess
they showed the formation last time. And here we go, a quick kick by Foose. And that's going to get a favorable bounce as it's going to drop right around the 25-yard line for the Tigers. And
that's the advantage there, lining up where you're in a formation where you could possibly go for it, and then you kick it away like that. There's nobody down there to return it, so it's a smart play there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Greg. And they've done this twice now. It could go either way. And I got to be honest, I think it's going to be kind of fun to see if they run it on a 4th down sometime.
Yeah, I think that one was a little bit more tricky trying to guess what was going to happen because with 4th and 2 compared to 4th and 6, I mean, there was a very good possibility they could have went for it there. So
there you have it. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 25-yard line. We're at the 5:49 marker here in the first quarter. Eagles have a 7-0 lead over the Tigers, and they're going to take it to the ground. Looks like it's Clenard again, who's going to rush it up. Positive gain, big gain, 1st down, and that's going to bring up 2nd and short for Colonel Crawford.
Yeah, for being a heavy running offense, we'll see how this Tigers defense will withstand this rushing attack tonight.
Absolutely, and if you look down that Tigers D-line, you've got 230, 260, 225. They've got some heavyweights down there, so it is possible. Here we go, 2nd and 4. And it's going to be number 12, Cameron Lohr, right up the middle for a short gain. Getting closer to that 1st down marker, 3rd and short for the Eagles. So Eagles bringing some fresh bodies in on the play. And, of course, they've got their trio of runners on the field here. And you've got to keep an eye for all of them. Botch snap. Looks like Lohr was looking to pitch it, and all he could do is jump on the ball.
That looks like a Tiger's ball, guys.
It looked like a fumble to me, so
I don't think he recovered it.
Seneca East signaling that they've got the ball. Of course, Lohr lost the snap as it appeared that he wanted to pitch it with nobody there.
Let me see if I can get that on replay or not. See if we can take a look. I don't know if I went back far enough.
And officials meeting up to see what it is.
Didn't go back far enough. Sorry, guys.
Say it looked like he definitely did fumble the ball. Ball was on the ground and QB was already on the ground, so it didn't look like he had sole possession of the football.
It just looked like the ball still squeezed out there at the end of me, so I'm surprised. That one could have gone either way.
Yeah, it looked like Lohr wanted to pitch it to his running back, Matt Clenard, but Clenard went forward thinking that Lohr was going to keep it the whole time. As it turns out, Lohr drops it, sits on it, and now it's 4th down for the Eagles, and they may have to punt it away because of that miscue.
I feel like that's a little rare mistake there for Colonel.
Yeah, and it looks like Colonel Crawford, they're going to call the timeout, their first of the night with 4:29. It's 7-0 Colonel Crawford as they want a little time to think it over.
Is it only 4th and 1?
Yeah, it's only 4th and 1.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to think this one over then.
I'd like to take a moment to thank some of our great sponsors here with our 7-0 scoreboard update. I'd like to thank First National Bank of Sycamore. They are uniquely rooted in all of our communities, proudly serving customers since 1919. They've got locations in Sycamore, Tiffin, New Regal, and McCutcheonsville. They're a member of the FDIC and the Equal Housing Lender, and they are our sponsor, our scoreboard sponsor for tonight. So thank you very much for bringing us all the updates and the details that we need. They're always good with numbers. So after a botched snap by the Eagles, they take a quick timeout to talk it over, make sure they're on the same page, and it's 4th and 1. Excuse me, they're changing it. They're saying it's now 3rd and 1. So the Eagles, they want to make sure that they pick this up and continue their drive.
I guess there wasn't much to think about then when it's only 3rd and 1.
Not at all. All right, so let's see what they've got up their sleeve. Run the ball, run the ball, or run the ball. And the Seneca East faithful coming out in droves. Cowbells are a staple of their traditions here.
Stomping on the bleachers.
Here we go. All right, they're able to get the handoff there, and it appears as number 22, Micah Thomas, is he's going to power his way forward. First, close to the first down, and say he might be just short. And there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And it's going to be on the Eagles, so that's going to push them back that much more, and that'll bring up 4th and long for Colonel Crawford.
How about that,
guys? Yep, and the locals love it.
Had a 3rd and short, made the conversion. Not so fast, my friend. The play comes out, 4th and long. Time to turn it back over.
You called it, Greg. Not so fast, as it pushes them back, and it's going to be 4th and long. All right, so the scoreboard says 4th down, but the sideline judge says 3rd down. So
well, he said 4th when it was 3rd, so
yeah, 3rd
I don't think
down.
they know
Here we
what's
go. And it's going to be tossing it through the air.
Oh.
Derek Horsley, the intended receiver, knocked away, no good. Now it's going to be 4th and long for Colonel Crawford, and I believe that's going to force them to punt the ball away.
We'll get on the same page here with the scoreboard and the sideline marker, see what down it is.
With these cowbells, it could fool anybody, throw you off a little bit.
Well, Dom, I see down here a pan and a spoon as well.
Oh, boy, they're cooking here in Attica, that's for sure. Here we go, and the Eagles punted away, and it's going to be Austin Perry with the fair catch at the 40-yard line. And that's where the Tigers are going to come out after a solid defensive stand and try to knot this thing up by stringing together some positive plays.
Great defensive stand there. Good field position here, starting at your own 40.
Yeah, and the 4th down punt on that previous drive pushed Colonel Crawford back just enough where they're starting to pick up the field possession. They're starting to win the field possession game here early on. Now they just need to do something with it.
That is right. So we'll see how the Tigers are aggressive on this drive here.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. And it's going to be Foose. Rolls out to his left. He's looking to pass. He chucks it out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd and long for Seneca East.
Hey, Had pretty good protection there. He had a decent amount of time to throw that one.
I'm not sure if there's a little miscommunication with the wide receiver. Really, there was nobody in the area, and Foose just threw it out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 from the 39. We're at the 3:42 marker here in the first quarter. Colonel Crawford 7. Your hometown Tigers 0. Yeah, you heard it. Let's do something. All right, Foose, he's going to hold on to it, turn it up, and he's got some blockers as he powers his way forward. Positive gain there, drug down right around the 46-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and manageable for Seneca East.
Looks like that was Gabe Foose.
Keeping the tempo up here.
Absolutely. Foose all the way here as he works his way. No gain. And wouldn't you know it, 4 white jerseys all over Blake Foose.
And 4th and 3.
Just a smothering defense here by the Eagles already tonight.
Sure is.
All right, that's 4th and short here. 4th and 3. Of course, they punted it on 4th and 2 last possession, so we'll see what they do.
See if they continue to play the field position game here.
And Colonel Crawford just then bounces off the lineman, low line drive punt, and that's going to land right around the 23-yard line, and that's where the Eagles are going to pick up and resume with their offense.
Colonel Crawford will start there in their own territory.
And Colonel Crawford, once again, very quick to getting the ball back.
Absolutely. Another 3 and out.
Yep.
And if you're Colonel Crawford, that's what you want from your defense.
I mean, give it to Seneca East. They've been stopping them so far here, just that opening drive, but these past few drives, slowing them down.
Absolutely. The Eagles, of course, they averaged 20 points in the first quarter on the season, so being held to 7 is a huge accomplishment for Seneca East. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line for Colonel Crawford, and it's going to be Lohr who rolls off to his right, flag on the field, and Lohr is going to turn it up, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after picking up a few yards. And let's see what this flag is, if it's going to push him back or allow him to advance.
Yep.
What do you see down there on the field, Connor?
It was a holding on the Eagles.
I was going to say the quarterback had a pretty good amount of time there, and now we know why.
And now we know why, absolutely. And that's the 2nd penalty for Colonel Crawford here in this quarter. So those are starting to stack up.
Yes, they are. Moving in the opposite direction, they would like to.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up 1st down and 22 after the penalty. And there's that frying pan you warned us about, Connor. So 1st and 22 for the Eagles from the 10-yard line. They're just going to run it right up the gut. And there you have it, number 30, Tanner Dwyer, the senior running back. He's going to be drugged down, but first he's going to pick up a few yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and still long. So 2nd and 17.
2nd down and about 17.
And Colonel Crawford certainly controlling the time of possession so far as they've held on to the ball for the majority of this first quarter. As we see Lohr rolling off to his right, he's going to be drugged down right around the original 1st down marker. So they're able to pick up some solid yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for Colonel Crawford.
That was a great job by number 4 there on defense. He had some room. The quarterback had some room there on the outside. I thought he was going to take it up and take off with it there real quick, and he just closed in and wrapped him up. It's a great, solid tackle there.
Yeah, the shifty Blake Martin. He's listed at 5'10", 175, so not a lot of weight, but he certainly got some speed and paid off for him right there. So 3rd and 10 from the 22 as Eagles look to go through the air, and they've got their man, and it's going to be number 3, Derek Horsley with a reception. Maybe just short of that 1st down marker, so it's going to be 4th down for the Eagles, and they might have to punt it back to Seneca East.
What a drive for Seneca East to keep Colonel back there.
And this is the 2nd consecutive stop that Seneca East has been able to put on the Eagles offense, so they've come ready to play here. And this is something new for the Eagles, as they haven't had to play a top-flight opponent like this since week 1. All right, here we go, and it's going to be Perry who takes it up the right side, pushed out of bounds after crossing midfield, and excellent field position for the Tigers. And we mentioned this a little bit earlier in the quarter, but Seneca East winning the field position game so far today.
Yep, now on the other side of the 50 to start this drive. And over here on the adrenaline stream, looks like the Senecas and the Streaks are trading scores. 16-14 right now in the first quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, Calvert, they come into that game, they need a victory as they've dropped a couple.
Yeah, they had a couple really good weeks to start the season off, and then fell off a little bit there, so hopefully they're getting back to winning ways tonight.
Yeah. Another timeout for Colonel Crawford. That's their second timeout of the quarter. We're still in the first quarter here in Attica. 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter as they call a timeout. It's still 7-0. Eagles over the Tigers. We'd like to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. They've been part of the community for more than 70 years. They're a member in the Driven Financial Cooperative and are delighted to provide a personal touch to an often impersonal industry with a focus on respect and member satisfaction while caring for all of your financial needs. Stop by Your Legacy, located at 25 Schaefer Park Drive in Tiffin, Ohio. Just remember, your community, your legacy. They are federally insured, NCUA. So the Colonel Crawford Eagles, they burned through 2 timeouts so far. We'll see if they come to regret that, dropping so many so quick. But I think the story of the game so far, and this goes back to Connor's key, Seneca East defense. They've come ready to play.
And they've been doing that. It's been working out for them so far.
Absolutely. So now it's time for the Tigers offense to shine as you've got a quick pitch and catch. Foose to number 8, Beamer. Say that 10 times fast. Bryler Beamer, as he picks up a few inches on the first down play.
Oh, we got a flag out here.
Blocking the back on Seneca East.
So that's going to push back the positive gain that Beamer was able to pick up. Yep, you called it there, guys. Blocking the back. That's going to push them back here. So our third penalty of this quarter. First on the Tigers.
Yeah, with that great defense so far, they want to turn it on the offensive side and get a score here. 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and Foose looking to air it out. He's got his man. It dropped it. Oh, man, he dropped it. He had a man wide open there as Foose hit his intended receiver right in the hands, and Beamer wishes he could get that one back.
Yeah, I thought that was money right there.
Yeah, that looked great.
What does our old football coach like to say? If you can touch it, you need to catch it. And Bryler Beamer, he had a chance to give his team a huge gain on that play. Now it's 2nd and 16 from the 48-yard line. Tigers just over midfield. And Eagles, of course, lucky to get away with that drop. Let's see if they can take advantage on defense. And corral Foose, another flag on the field here. Looks like it might be on the Eagles. That's right. It's going to be on the Eagles as they must have been too close to the line. I don't know what you see, Connor.
I thought he signaled for encroachment, but then I thought he signaled to the wrong side at first and then switched back to the defense.
Yeah.
Encroachment on the Eagles.
So that's going to shorten the distance for the Tigers as it's now going to be 2nd and 11 after that penalty, and Foose is going to take it right up to the middle. He's still moving, still churning close to the first down marker, and it's going to be close. This should bring up 3rd and short.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter here, Dom. Let's go ahead and step aside and take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to Heart of Ohio Sports from Attica, Ohio.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium here in Attica, Ohio, as the hometown team, Seneca East, they trail Colonel Crawford 7-0. And you just heard the painful sounds of Connor as he described Foose hitting the turf.
Yeah, I mean, there was absolutely a read from the get-go, and now they are on 4th and distance here.
And something you mentioned in our pregame, Connor, was who's going to step up outside of Blake Foose, and right now it looks like Colonel Crawford's just teeing off on him.
Yeah.
He's the heart and soul of this offense so far this season, so.
You got it.
They definitely got the right target.
All right, 4th and 6 from the 38, and they're going for it. Foose tosses it up, out of bounds, incomplete. Eagles will take over on the field there. So great defensive stand for Colonel Crawford.
It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second quarter. I know we talked about the defense for Seneca East there in the first quarter, and you would say, oh, the Eagles put up a touchdown and Seneca East didn't. But once again, guys, like you said, the Eagles averaging 20 points in the first quarter so far this season.
Yeah.
So 7 points is I would say that Seneca East won that first quarter on defense for sure.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Greg. That's a great look. Advantage Tigers defense so far. It's going to be fun to see if Colonel Crawford can get back to their high-flying ways. Funny thing is they also averaged 20 points in the second quarter, Greg.
Whew.
So here we go. Number 22 is going to pick it up, and it's going to be Thomas. Drugged down right around that line of scrimmage. Short gain. It'll bring up 2nd and long for Colonel Crawford.
After a short gain, 2nd down and 8. That carry by Micah Thomas.
I guess when your defense is doing this well, too, it doesn't hurt that bad to turn the ball over. When they went for it on 4th down here, it's not too good a field position for the Eagles, but it's not the worst either.
Absolutely. Here we go, and it's going to be number 12, Lohr, quarterback who's going to power his way forward, pick up a few yards on the play.
How about big 78 there, wrapping the legs up and making sure that he didn't break through on that one.
Yeah, Tigers have done a phenomenal job with gap discipline there on defense, and as you said, you can see it pays off for their defensive line as they're able to stop Lohr short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 43-yard line for the Eagles as they look to keep this drive alive. Lohr looking to pass it through the air. He's got his man, and he's off and running. He's going to be drug out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And Connor, I have a hard time. The white and yellow, kind of whitewashed.
I think it's number 19 caught that one.
Number 19 came with the ball and got the big gain.
So there you have it, number 19, Ryan McMichael, the junior wide receiver. Huge gain for Colonel Crawford, and that's going to be a 1st down from the 41-yard line as they cross midfield. So here we go. Colonel Crawford getting a little momentum now as they're starting to air it out. Another long, deep throw, this time incomplete, as it looked like Trevor Voigt had a step on the defender.
And it looked clean to me, so that's a good defensive play right there.
And something that we kind of mentioned is one of the strengths of this Tigers defense is their defensive backs, and you can see why right there.
Well, how about the passing attempts here from Colonel Crawford so far today? They haven't had that many in this season. They're mostly a running team, but I think that Seneca East defense is forcing their hand here a little bit.
Absolutely, and Lohr is not known for airing it out, as he does not throw the ball much at all. He averages about 100 yards through the air a game, so this is a rare thing for Colonel Crawford as they power their way forward and have a short 3rd down coming up.
Great 2nd down run by number 30 there.
I seen the camera shaking out there, Connor. The crowd's getting rowdy again.
Yeah, there's
you
a
got
lot of feet stomping.
You got the frying pans, the feet stomps,
they love to stomp
and the
on the bleachers
cowbells.
here.
You got it. So
Trying to do anything to be a 12th man out here.
Oh, yeah.
you got it. 3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line for Colonel Crawford. Hoping to keep this alive. Lore right off to his right, him all the way. He's got some blockers, and he gets by a couple defenders. Big-time running space, and it's going to be drugged down right around that 10-yard line. First down for the Eagles as they're inching their way closer to the goal line.
Yeah, give credit to the Colonel Crawford line there, opening up that gap for Lore to get a big game there and inside of the red zone.
It's a beautiful run there.
Lore had blockers right in front of him. He just followed those white jerseys to the promised land, and he's able to pick up a huge first down for Colonel Crawford. As this
Look
time
at that.
Yeah, there you go. Dyer right up the middle, and he's going to pick up huge yards as they get that much closer to the goal line.
You love those kind of plays where they give it to the up man real quick and then kind of fake it to the guy behind. Creates all kinds of confusion, and you see the results right there.
Yeah, and when you've got 3 very capable runners in addition to your quarterback, it's hard to tee off on any one of them. So 2nd and 3rd from the 3-yard line for the Eagles, and they're going to run it right up the middle for a short gain, and it's Dyer again for the Eagles.
First in with the stop. 3rd down and goal. 3rd down and 3.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal for Colonel Crawford, and they need 3 yards to pick up the touchdown. 8-13, 8-12 here in the second quarter. Colonel Crawford with a 7-0 lead. Pitch it to Dyer, see if he can finish it. Cuts up, touchdown Eagles. There you have it, another touchdown for Colonel Crawford as they widen their lead on the hometown Tigers.
Let's go ahead and take another look at that one here. Just great blocking, great play execution. Finds his way in the end zone for 6.
So 3-yard TD run for Dyer, Tanner Dyer, the senior running back. And the Eagles, they put up another. And if you're looking at the clock, they've just controlled the time of possession, but they've only got now 14 points as the PAT's up and good. They only got 14 points to show for it, but I guess who's complaining when you're winning 14-0?
Right, and then here in the second quarter, this is another first drive touchdown for Colonel Crawford. Let's see if they can clean up them penalties and keep driving and scoring some more.
Yeah, absolutely. And Colonel Crawford, they had 3 penalties in the first quarter, which absolutely slowed them down. And as you said, Connor, they scored quick, easily, but then started racking up a few penalties, and that's where the Tigers' defense was able to catch them. So 14-0 here from Attica, Ohio is Colonel Crawford. They've put up the only points of the evening. And just keep in mind, Colonel Crawford, they will get the ball back here in the second half. So if they're able to keep this momentum rolling, it could get ugly quick for Seneca East.
It's a great point, Dom. I forgot they get the ball back in second half.
Austin Perry and Blake Martin.
So let's see if the Tigers can do something offensively here. So far, it's been a lot of 3 and out. And if the Tiger mascot has anything to say about it, I think Seneca East is going to come away and pick up yards. If not, get that mascot a jersey. Man, those backflips, impressive. So here we go. And it's going to be Martin who takes it. Actually, it's Perry, Austin Perry, who's going to take it up. Left sideline, pushed out of bounds right around the 40-yard line, and that's where Seneca East is going to pick up here in the second quarter.
Being down 2 possessions, starting off great field position will really help them.
And they've done an excellent job of that all night long, as special teams has been a real plus for the Tigers, and their defense. You know, I think everything considering, they've had some big victories so far, but it's the Tiger offense that we got to see some points from. We got to see something positive.
And I think that's just translating to the Colonel Crawford defense, to where they're doing their job and shutting down the main player out there so far. So we'll see how Seneca East.
You got it. Blake Foose looking to pass it, and crowded area as it's batted away, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Tigers. So Seneca East trying to dial up a pass play on the first down. They're primarily a run team here, but they see that deficit, and I think they're trying to close the gap a bit. So here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line for Seneca East. 3 split out wide right, 2 to the left. And Foust, he's going to toss it, nearly picked off. Wow. Number 32, Clenard. Matt Clenard almost had a freebie, as if he would have caught it, he had nothing but green space in front of him.
And to your point, Dom, you're absolutely right. They are out here trying to play catch-up quick because, with just 7:49 left until halftime, like you said, they don't get the ball to start the second half. So possessions are limited here in the second quarter.
Unfortunately, in the last 15 seconds, they've gotten nowhere, and now it's 3rd and long for the Tigers. So here we go, 3rd and 10 from the 33.
Oh, look at that.
A little trickery as they're going to flip it to Beamer, and Beamer is going to be drugged down short of the first down marker. 4th down for the Tigers, and they might be forced to kick it away.
And it looks like the QB himself is helping them out and forcing a 4th down.
And remember, they've got that odd formation on with their punt team, as it's QB who does punt it, as Connor pointed out there. So it could go any way. Here we go, Foust, quick kick. Low line drive, and he's got a pretty good bounce on that. Wow. Beautiful.
Oh.
Inside the 15-yard line, phenomenal kick by Blake Foust, and that's what you need from your punter.
Like you said, Dom, special teams doing their thing so far tonight.
Yeah, Tigers, that's a big plus. They're special teams, and the other big plus for the Tigers has been their defense so far, as they've managed to slow down Colonel Crawford. And just remember, a key thing that Ed Phillips was talking about with us in pregame is Seneca East. They are a 4th quarter team. And you're going to have a chance in about 7 minutes to hear that interview with Coach Ed Phillips, and he's going to tell you all about this Seneca East football squad. All right, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for Colonel Crawford, as they're going to hand it off and power their way forward for a short gain on the play there. And looks like it might have been Clenard.
Number 32.
Yeah, Matt Clenard, who's going to be drugged down. So short gain, and Colonel Crawford, they're going to have a second. And can we say 2nd and 7? Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yep, 2nd and 7.
6:39, 6:38, 6:37 remaining in the first half of play from Attica, Ohio. Colonel Crawford on top right now, 14-0 over the hometown Seneca East. So here we go, handoff, and it's going to be Clenard again as he's drugged down to the ground.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all here to see the Eagles continue to go back to their run game, just trying to eat away at that clock, knowing that they get the second half possession and they're already up to your scores. You just want to control the tempo of the game here.
Absolutely, and it's a beautiful night here from Attica, Ohio. 73 degrees, clear, crisp. And I'd like to thank Phillips Electric, giving us all the support we need on that weather update. As we go, Colonel Crawford airing it out, and might have caught that, pushing out of bounds. So that'll bring up 4th down for Colonel Crawford, as they're unable to keep their feet in bounds. Phillips Electric, downtown Tiffin, Ohio. They're an authorized dealer of Whirlpool, Kenmore, and Maytag products. If you have any questions about any of their products or brands that they service, make sure you call Greg and Tom Phillips, 419-447-3934, or simply stop by Phillips Electric in downtown Tiffin on Washington Street and tell them that the great folks at Heart of Ohio Sports sent you. Colonel Crawford punting the ball away as Foust.
Nice kick.
Fair catch, and it's on the ground. And oh no!
Oh my goodness.
Seneca East, they botch the ball, and it's a fight to get it, and they're going to say that it's Colonel Crawford who picks up the fumble.
Wow.
Whoa!
We got to try to take another look at that one.
What a turn of events here, as
oh my goodness,
as Foust unable to hold on to the football.
Oh, that's just heartbreaking after a great defensive stand there.
Yeah.
And Colonel Crawford, that's the type of thing that you want from your specials teams, as they're able to respond in a huge way and get that fumble. And now they're what? They're on the it looks like the 28-yard line. Wow, what a turn of events.
A great heads-up play there to be aware and to get on that fumble.
So the Eagles, special teams coming up huge.
And now Seneca East defense will have to go to work again.
2nd down and 8.
Number 30 there on the run.
Yeah, you heard it. Stay determined, Tigers.
I love the fan base over here in Seneca
Oh, yeah.
East.
They're not shy about voicing their opinions out there. And Tigers' defense has been playing great so far. Let's see if they can hold up with short field position, as it's going to be Lore all the way. 1st down for the Eagles.
A really good, patient run there, following his blockers, waiting for them to get out in front of him, picking up the yards they needed.
Yeah, 1st down, Colonel Crawford. 4:51 remaining in the first half of play. And the Eagles, huge turnaround as they were buried back by the 18-yard line, forced to punt it away. They punted it to Seneca East. Seneca East dropped the punt, fumbled it away, and Colonel Crawford able to pick it up. And here we are, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line, as Colonel Crawford is looking to widen their lead here in that first half. Oh, slipped and down, and that's Dyer who is carrying it, and he had a little space if he was able to maintain his footing.
It hasn't rained in days. What they've been putting on this grass over here.
I don't know. Spit and sweat. So here we go, 2nd and long for the Eagles. Clock down to 4:24, 4:23. So far in the second quarter, it's really been all Colonel Crawford, as Tigers offense really has not had a chance to do anything out on the field. So here we go. Let's see what Colonel Crawford can do. Run it
inside.
right up the middle. Dyer. Actually, it's going to be Clenard who dials it up, and he's going to pick up a few yards. That'll bring up 3rd and short for Colonel Crawford.
They were fortunate they were able to get that off their high snap. QB was able to get the ball and
3rd down.
Good eye, Connor. I thought I noticed him kind of jump up to wrangle that one in and get back down to get it in the arms of his running back.
So you can hear the stomping and the rattling of the cowbells as it's a big 3rd down for this Tigers defense. 3rd and short, as Lore is under center looking to hand it off, and it's going to be number 32, Matt Clenard, right up the middle, and he might have enough for the 1st down. What do you see, Connor?
Looked like number 30 had the ball there.
Okay, so number 30, Tanner Dyer.
It is a 1st down. 1st down.
And that's enough for a 1st down, Colonel Crawford.
I mean, just punching it at that defensive line, right through the line. Run.
And that's what Colonel Crawford's known for. They've got a 3-headed monster back there. Evenly distribute the carries among each of them, and that can really wear you out on defense.
Especially after that turnover, the defense didn't get a rest.
Not at all. 3rd and 3 from the 3-yard line.
Wow. What a quick handoff there to number 20. And then big 54 on defense, just right there to meet him and stop that one.
Number 30, Tanner Dyer, he's going to be drugged down. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal for Colonel Crawford. Clock's down now at 2:30, 2:29 remaining in the first half of play. Make sure that you stay tuned right here at Heart of Ohio Sports for a halftime show. And we're going to go through all of tonight's action and make sure that we keep you up with some of the area teams that are competing tonight.
Man, this Tigers defense has just been stout here so far tonight. Right there, you've seen the lead blocker had a great block on somebody, one up through the block, but then the rest of the defense was right there, and it's like, you're going to need more blockers than that, pal.
You got it. Tigers, they've been playing good, now under the 2-minute marker. Got to give a big shout out to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, our post-game sponsor. They're going to help us get all the numbers right here in the second half. Here we go. Lore rolls out to his right, touchdown. Touchdown, Colonel Crawford, and just like that, they put up another touchdown right before the half, and the Eagles fly, Eagles fly. There you have it.
Take another look at that one there. Just almost made it look too easy on that. It's going to the outside, all kinds of open space. Another 6 points for the Eagles.
Lohr with the 3-yard TD run. Pending the PAT, this could give Colonel Crawford a 21-point cushion in the first half. So here we go, PAT, it's going to be up, and it's going to be good. So with 1:42 remaining in the first half of play here in Heart of Ohio Sports, Colonel Crawford, the visiting team, undefeated team that is, making a statement with a 21-0 lead over your hometown Seneca East Tigers.
Number is 321. 297.
All right, so Connor, I mean, we need to see something from the Tigers offense here, as they have come up AWOL and haven't really been able to do anything yet tonight.
Really, their defense has been doing good, stopping Colonel Crawford. And their special teams, yes, doing good. And I think that offense needs to respond and help out the rest of the team and keep that momentum, get that momentum built up and going.
Yeah, now good news here is Seneca East is definitely a second half team. They've averaged 37 points on the season, and the majority of those points have come in the second half. So that's the good news for Tigers fans listening. The bad news is Colonel Crawford is still deadly. But they certainly slow down a little bit in the second half. Colonel Crawford only averaging 9 points in the second half so far this season, so there's hope. Here we go. It's going to be Martin who picks up the kickoff. He's going to be taken down, and we're going to have another chance to see the Tigers' offense as they got 1:37 to try to do something with it here left in the first half. Again, do not forget, Colonel Crawford, they have the luxury of slow rolling the last minute and a half because they get the ball first in the second half.
And it was a successful drive for them for being able to put up another 7 points to have a comfortable 21-0 cushion right now.
Yeah, the Eagles, they were able to chew through the majority of the second quarter, and they walked away with some points as they've been able to put up 14 points here in the second quarter. And Tigers, they haven't been able to do anything because they just haven't been out on the field. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Chance to see Seneca East, and they're spreading it out. They started this last drive, weren't able to get anywhere, and that would be the reason why, as another ball slips through the receiver's hands, and that's going to bring up second down for the Tigers. Blake Martin, the intended receiver, unable to do anything with it as it just slid right through his hands. And Connor, you mentioned something about the slippery field conditions possibly. I don't know if that seems to be a factor down there on the field.
It is cooling out here, so that definitely is a factor coming later into this game.
All right, here we go, and it's going to be Foose who gets hammered. And he's going to be drugged down, 3rd and long, and that'll be the first timeout of the evening. Well, actually, it's going to be Colonel Crawford that calls the timeout. They're thinking more points. That's their Colonel Crawford. That's their 3rd timeout of the half, and
used the first 2 there in the first quarter. So you can't take this one into halftime. Might as well use it.
Absolutely. So right now, let's take a look. We've got 3rd and 8. From the 23-yard line. So Colonel Crawford, their defense has done a phenomenal job of stopping the Tigers' offense, and their offense is just now starting to heat up. There's no question. They're thinking, hey, let's get this football back, hang some more points up, go into halftime, talk about offense again for the second half.
Right, and the Tigers' defense has been really good here in the first half, but that doesn't mean that they're not getting worn down. And Colonel Crawford knows that. So, yeah, they want the opportunity again to try to pound the ball at them, maybe get another score here, and then get the ball back to start the second half and just keep rolling with it.
And I think it's important to note, when the Eagles picked up that fumble recovery on special teams, it was right around this part of the football field, and they wasted no time at all punching it in from there. They were able to reel off a 3.5-minute drive, and that was really them going slow. So I think Colonel Crawford, they have the ability to strike fast if they want to. So let's see what Seneca East can do. 1:25 left in the half here, and Tigers are staring down a 3rd and 8 from the 23-yard line. So here we go. Foose from the shotgun, looking to pass all the way, tosses that. He's got a man.
Oh, my goodness.
Incomplete, nearly picked off. by, it looks like, what, number 52?
Yep.
Yeah, that's linebacker Gabe Thew, who has been an absolute monster, an absolute menace for the Eagles defense.
Oh, right into his hands and right back out.
That's the second time that they've done that tonight. The Eagles defense missing out on an opportunity to pick off the Tigers. So 4th and long, and they're going to have to kick it away. And here we go. It's going to be Voigt, who crossed the midfield, drug down around the 45-yard line. So Colonel Crawford, they've got about 45 yards to go and 1:12 to do it if they hope to put some more points up.
Well, so far tonight, I know we mentioned pregame that Colonel Crawford is a rushing offense, but their passing has been on point tonight.
Yeah.
And they got 1:12 to go left in the half, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some passing in this drive.
Like I said, Connor, that Seneca East defense kind of forces your hand when they're doing such a good job of filling those holes, filling those gaps, and shutting down your run game for the most part.
Yeah, watch out for number 8, Bryler Bremer, on the defense. He's got 4 interceptions on this young season, so almost gets it in. Here we go.
Nice
Colonel Crawford turning it up. And they're up, man, 20-yard line. Wow, they just picked up 25 just like that. Ouch.
In a matter of 8 seconds.
Yeah, that was a great little look to the right and get everybody looking to the right, and then he turns back to the left, throws that one. Nice little screenplay.
Cameron Lohr, quick pitch out to his wide receiver there. A quick up to the line of scrimmage here is Lohr. He's going to hand it off to one of his many stable of backs. This time it looks like it might be Matt Clenard.
Number 32?
Yep, number 32, Matt Clenard, picks up a few yards.
Right back up to the line.
They're quick on it. 40 seconds, 39 seconds. Stop that clock at the 39-second marker, and that's going to bring up, looks like 2nd and long for the Eagles.
Yeah, well, they had to try their run game there to see if they could get something out of it. Wasn't much doing there, so just hurry up, get the spike, stop the clock. Now we can get the next play in.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and long for the Eagles here, and there's no question this is 4th down territory. You're going all the way. I think something that'll be interesting to see is if their kicker can come into it. I think they've got to pick up a few more yards to get into his territory, his range. And look at that, wide open touchdown.
Another touchdown.
Yep, Voigt, touchdown as he walks in from 21 yards out, and that extends the Colonel Crawford lead here from Attica.
I think they heard you down there, Dom, and they said, kicker? They ain't kicking nothing. It's touchdown time, baby.
Yep.
Let's take another look at that one here.
Keep the kicker on ice. And
beautiful
nice,
protection.
easy pitch and catch.
It's a beautiful throw.
Yep, Lohr connects with Voigt. Touchdown.
And there you go, Dominic. You're averaging 20 points a quarter in the first half. We are already at the 3rd score in this 2nd quarter.
I think they were angry when I was saying that the advantage goes to the Tigers defense. Maybe somebody was tuning in. The coaches, they're listening to our broadcast, and they're like, what? We're going to show them what's up. So 21-yard TD pitch and catch for Colonel Crawford with the PAT good. It is now 28-0. Colonel Crawford with a commanding lead over the hometown Seneca East Tigers.
The Eagles just doing a great job here tonight of showing us and everybody out there that they are not a one-dimensional team. Yeah, they run the ball a lot, and they do it really well, but that's not all they can do. Obviously, Seneca East came prepared for that, so Colonel Crawford said, hey, let's pull out the old bag of tricks here and see if we can throw some nice passes, and it's working well for him so far.
Yeah, last week, Colonel Crawford, they put a shellacking on the 1-3 Bucyrus football team, 63-12. Whew. Painful to just think about there, and Colonel Crawford, the only real team, the only team that they've played with a winning record has been Riverdale, and that was in week 1. And they won 54-22 against them. So this Eagles team, they might be for real.
Look at this, like a squib type kick here.
Yeah, there you go. And Tigers are taking advantage as they get it up across midfield.
Oh my goodness.
There you go, and that's going to be number 23, Lane Dixon, who powers his way to midfield. And we've got 28 seconds for the Tigers to do something with it.
That's a great return. Let's take another look at that return. Squib kick, able to field the ball, gets to the outside. Almost able to fight that sideline all the way, but just a great return there.
And Tigers, so they've got 50 yards to go. in 28 seconds, and we have not seen anything to suggest that this offense is going to be able to pick that up, but stranger things have happened here. So let's keep an eye on it. Keep in mind also the Tigers, they've got, I believe, three timeouts still, so there's a lot to work with here.
Let's see what Ed Phillips can dial up here.
Absolutely, and it's going to be the Blake Foose show. He's got his wide receivers out as he rolls to his right. He's got some pressure. He's going to have to throw it. He throws it deep. He's got his man unable to hold it.
And there's the
flag on the field. That might be another penalty on Colonel Crawford. That's been a little bit of an issue for them so far in the first half.
Looks like they had hands all over each other before the ball got there.
Yeah, tight coverage. Let's see what the call on the field is. And it's on the defense. So that'll be the 4th penalty of the evening for Colonel Crawford.
3 timeouts, 20 seconds left, and you just gained half your field. I mean, that's a great way to get something on the board
there you go.
into the first, going into halftime.
Talking about stranger things, those penalties have been strange for Colonel Crawford. An unusual thing. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30 is Foose. He has to dial it up, turn it up, and he's got tacklers all over him, nowhere to go.
He's a timeout here.
Yep, and you're right, Greg. Ed Phillips quick on the timeout, and he's looking at the clock saying, hey, stop it.
Should be a couple more seconds on that clock there.
All right, first timeout of the half for the Tigers, 2 remaining. And they picked up huge chunk yardage on the penalty. So that's been helpful. I'm not sure where they're going to put the clock. Right now it's 13 on the
I would say
on the scoreboard.
At least 15 seconds in my guess when Ed Phillips called that timeout.
Yeah, Connor, keep an eye on those officials, see if they call for any adjustments, as they might be signaling some adjustments up here.
And it may not seem like a big deal, but those couple of seconds could be all the difference between putting up some points for halftime or going into halftime with a 28-0 deficit.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. 2 seconds is the world, especially when you're able to pick up 20 yards just like that.
I think they are going to call for an adjustment here. Let's see what they say.
And you can see the coaches there for the Tigers. They want to know how many seconds they've got. All right, so I'm hearing 19 seconds here in the booth.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew it was at least 15 seconds. I thought it was before that, but I wasn't trying to give them too much extra time.
19 seconds.
Yeah, that's a huge gain for the Tigers.
That's a whole nother play.
There you go. You're absolutely right, Greg. That's absolutely another play, and this is 4th down territory, so it's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 33-yard line. 19 seconds remaining in the first half of play here in Attica, Ohio, and the Tigers picking up huge chunk yardage as they get a penalty in their favor, and they're looking to put some points up on the board before they go into halftime.
Well, how about that Eagles defense on that last play? The coverage had to be immaculate. That quarterback had nobody to throw the ball to. He was looking and looking and looking. No one to go to.
Yeah, it's possible that the Eagles, their coverage was too good, as they may have bailed them out a little bit. But let's see. Still,
I'm not sure.
They're still talking on the field. I mean, Connor, is there anything that you've heard down there?
No, nothing that I've heard. I think Colonel Crawford's trying to figure out why there's 19 seconds left on the clock.
Okay.
13.
Yep, you can see the coach over there on the other sidelines talking to the officials.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Connor. I think they're trying to get a clarification. He probably doesn't agree, but
originally there was 13 on the clock, and you can hear the Seneca East faithful begging for a clock change too. All right, here we go, 2nd and 13. Let's see what the Tigers can dial up. They got some motion. Foose all the way, he's running. He's going to be swallowed and drugged to the ground.
Going to have to use another timeout.
Yep, it looks like Ed Phillips right in the ear of the official. Timeout, Tigers. 14 seconds on the clock. And second timeout of the half. They still have 1 to go here, but so far they've squandered this opportunity as they've been unable to pick up any yardage on the last two plays.
The Eagles defense just so alert, right on top of the play.
obviously looking for a pass play there, and yeah, as you can see, that Eagles defense is right on top of it.
Something to note, the Eagles defense, they've been adjusting their coverage here, so they've been playing close to the line of scrimmage, and just before the snap of the ball, they shoot back for deep coverage on those receivers, so that's really forced the Tigers to run it.
I was going to say that's the mark of a good team and good coaching right there to be able to make the adjustments.
Absolutely, you called it. So 3rd and long from the 32-yard line. So the Tigers have 32 yards to pick up here in 14 seconds if they hope to make anything of this last-ditch opportunity in the first half of play. All right, here we go. Foose fakes it to Beamer. Beamer catches it, and he goes straight up. Oof. Hit hard behind the line of scrimmage, but he's knocked out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock at 6 seconds.
Might even lost some yards there, honestly.
Yeah, timeout Tigers, so that's their final timeout of the half. I think you're right, Greg. They may have lost a yard on the play. Yeah, they lost a yard. It's 4th and 14.
Tried to get a little something going there to the outside, but again, that Eagles defense just able to sniff it out immediately and shut it down.
So a couple situations, if you're the Tigers here, you can just launch it into the end zone with 6 seconds remaining, hope that you can pull out a Hail Mary, or you can go for 2 plays, something quick along the sideline or across the first down marker. But even if it's quick, it's dangerous because you have 6 seconds.
How many yards do they got to go here?
34 for a touchdown, 14 if they want a first down.
Yeah, and that's the question. Can you get 14 yards and then under 6 seconds and stop the clock and run another play?
I think their biggest play of the evening has been less than 14 yards, so I would say it's highly unlikely. So we might see something launched out into the end zone, and Colonel Crawford looks like they're thinking the same thing.
I'd go to the end zone here.
Yeah, they've got some of their DBs back deep, giving Tigers a 10-yard cushion. So here we go. Foose under pressure. Hit.
Yeah,
throws it, and there's 1 second on the clock.
But that was 4th down.
But that's 4th down, so it's going to turn it over, and that should be it here in the first half. Yep.
Just had to get rid of that one.
Yeah, there was nothing they could do as the Eagles defense putting pressure on the Tigers.
And how about that? They dropped all those guys back in coverage and deep coverage, and were still able to get pressure up front on the line like that.
Yeah, it was number 52, Gabe Thew, the all-star linebacker extraordinaire for the Eagles, who really put the first pressure on, and that gave his teammates a chance to put a little bit more on. Tigers go nowhere, turn it over, and you're going to see a quick kneel, and that's it. So here at Tiger Stadium from Attica, Ohio, our halftime score, you've got the visiting Colonel Crawford Eagles 28 and the hometown Seneca East Tigers 0. You're listening to Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you stay tuned right here as we've got our halftime show coming at you, our Your Legacy Federal Credit Union halftime show. We've got a complete breakdown of the first half of action. We're going to take a look at some of the local scores in the area, and we're also going to have a great interview with Seneca East head coach Ed Phillips. So stay right here at Heart of Ohio Sports, and we will be back in moments. Hey, this is Dominic Helmstetter, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, welcome back to Tigers Stadium here in Attica, Ohio. As Heart of Ohio Sports, we got the N10 game of the week, and it's been a scoring palooza, but it's been a one-sided scoring palooza as Colonel Crawford has a commanding 28-0 lead over the hometown Tigers. So let's do a quick recap here. Greg, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the first half. So let's start off. First quarter of play, the Tigers defense, they came out ready to go as they were able to slow down the Colonel Crawford Eagles offense to only one score, as that comes from a 32-yard TD catch at the 7:42 marker. So one score in the first quarter, but second quarter was entirely Colonel Crawford as they dominated from whistle to whistle as they got a 3-yard TD run. They had a special teams fumble recovery. They had another 3-yard TD run. They had a 21-yard TD catch, and that gives Colonel Crawford a commanding 28-0 lead. And really, the Tigers offense went missing in that second quarter, and I think that's the big story of the half. But how about those Eagles, Greg?
I tell you, I think for that first half, like we said, or for the first quarter, like we said, you had to give it to Seneca East defense. I think they won the first quarter there. Starting out the second quarter, you thought it was going to be some more of the same. It was looking that way. Colonel Crawford got the ball. Seneca East did a great job of stopping them, forced the punt, and then right there, like you said, the turnover on special teams, the fumbled punt, that was the momentum changer right there. Colonel Crawford was able to get the ball back right then. That defense stayed tired. They didn't get off the field and rest. They were able to punch it in, and then after that, it was just Colonel Crawford, yeah, over and over again.
And, unlike the Tigers offense, which really they rely on their quarterback to do most of everything, at least set them up, Colonel Crawford, they've got a three-headed monster there, 3 different running backs that have logged equal carries tonight. But then their quarterback, he also runs the football.
Yeah, not only that, you got 3 guys running the football, and then they come out here tonight, and like we talked about, showing the ability to air it out, and air it out well, getting great, huge yards, touchdowns, and just doing a great job through the air as well as on the ground.
And you talk about throwing it through the air. I mean, Colonel Crawford literally caught the Tigers flat-footed as they picked up a huge 21-yard TD catch there toward the end of the second quarter. Yeah. So you're right. Pound it, and then whoop, right over top. So, all right. Shall we take a short break and then talk about the second half?
Let's go ahead and we'll dive into the short interview you guys have with Coach Phillips. We'll play that quick, and then we'll be back.
There we go. Sounds great. So here is Ed Phillips, the Seneca East head coach, and our pregame interview. Dominic Helmstetter here with head coach Ed Phillips for Seneca East. Coach, talk to us a little bit about tonight's matchup. Your team, they're a big fourth quarter team, very resilient. What's your boys' mindset going into tonight?
I think they know they've been through this. We're 3-1, they're 4-0, both 1-0 in the league. It's an exciting night. Most of the time when these two teams have played in recent years, it's been a big game.
I know we're excited here. So, all right, Colonel Crawford, high-flying offense. What does your defense need to do to help slow them down a little bit?
We got to be physical up front, tackle really well. They want to get you kind of boxed in and run the football. First and foremost, we got to stop the run and tackle really well.
Okay. All right. So on offense, Ben Foose seems to be the key to the cog here. What can your other offensive players do to help step up and put up points and keep up with Colonel Crawford?
Yeah, like in our offense, the spread, it just kind of starts with the quarterback and the run and pass game. But we've had a fortunate, like last week, Austin Perry and several other guys stepped up, and we just need that. We just need other guys to, when an opportunity comes, to make plays and take care of business. And I'm confident that Awesome. All right. Any keys for the game? Any words of wisdom that you're going to share with your boys this morning? Just we've got to play really physical and with a lot of energy. You know, if we do that, and you know, it would be nice to start a little faster than we have. But you were right. Our kids have shown a lot of character and a lot of heart in the first part of the season. So I'll take that too. But a little faster start would be fantastic.
Great. Hey, thanks a lot, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Yep.
Hey, we're looking forward to it. You heard it here. Energy and physicality. Those are the keys right here. Back up to you. Welcome back to our halftime show. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank TPC Food Service, one of our halftime sponsors. For 75 years, TPC Food Service in Tiffin, Ohio, has been providing quality product and service to food service operators throughout Northwest Ohio and the surrounding area. Family owned and Ohio proud. Make sure you contact us toll free, 800-342-0477 today. That's TPC Food Service. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. All right, Attica, Ohio. We've got 12 minutes remaining here in halftime here. 28-0, Colonel Crawford commanding lead, and that's who you see out on the field there, the Colonel Crawford Eagles marching band. And take a moment, listen to them as they have been doing a phenomenal job the whole time so far. I'd also like to take a moment to thank some of our fantastic sponsors, one of which covers our coaches show throughout the week, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. They help us stay strong here as they bring on our live streaming here at Heart of Ohio Sports. So make sure you stop down to Benchwarmers or call it in for delivery. They got fresh cut fries, fresh, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. So give that Tiffin store a call, 567-268-9268. Place your delivery tonight. So we've got the Seneca East marching band coming out onto the field. And I think we're going to go down there and listen to some of the Tiger highlights as they get ready to entertain Attica.
We now introduce the Seneca East Marching Band. Our first piece was designed in collaboration with our seniors, written by the American rock band Imagine Dragons. This song will put our seniors on top of the world. Our next song debuted 32nd on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2013 and eventually peaked at the number 2 spot in 2014. Sometimes when you're overly stressed in life, we need to lay in the grass and begin counting stars. Our last song, Dynamite by Tayo Cruz, features a drum break written by senior Coda Garris. The drum break features solos by each of our senior percussionists. The dance was choreographed by seniors Leviana Kaiser, Laney Cessna, and Coda Garris. Here is Dynamite.
great music there.
There you go. All right, you're listening to Heart of Ohio Sports here. We're in Attica, Ohio, as Colonel Crawford, the visiting Colonel Crawford Eagles, have a commanding 28-0 lead over the hometown Tigers. Let's take a quick look around at some of the area scores. Next week here on the Extreme, we've got Calvert at Margaretta, and right now Margaretta, they are trailing at halftime against Hopewell Loudon 21-13. So that's a score to keep an eye on, as Calvert, they are also in action tonight, and they've been doing pretty good over at our A stream. In the second quarter, they're up 31-14 over St. Joe's Central Catholic. So that's a big win, something they really need in order to keep that momentum going. So it'll be a fun game next week.
Looks like they're just about to hit halftime at the Seneca's game now.
Yeah, there you go. And, of course, another area team, we've got the Columbian Tornadoes. We were with them last week. Phenomenal game against Bishop Watterson as they were able to pull out a 40-37 victory.
So much fun to watch the Tornadoes
you
play.
bet. And so far tonight, they have not disappointed. They're in the second quarter of play, and they are whomping on the Waite Indians 48-0.
Wow.
So that's a huge score up there in the Toledo area. So there you have a few area scores, and let's turn our attention here to the second half of play in Attica, Ohio, as we're about 2.5 minutes or so from the second half. Of course, Colonel Crawford, they'll receive first as we get ready for kickoff, but let's talk a little bit about both of these teams. I think as we were coming in, something that we all noticed is the high-flying Eagles, their offense, and the Tigers' defense gave them a few things to think about as they were to slow them down in the first quarter. However, the second quarter was a different story altogether. As we outlined, the Eagles were able to put up 3 touchdowns, create a turnover in the second quarter, and that's really been the difference in the game. It's been a huge advantage for Colonel Crawford. Pound it, just run, and then toss it over the top. Connor, Greg, what are some things that kind of stood out to you as you've been watching these two teams battle so far?
Well, I mean, for me, it's been the ability to adapt there in the second quarter by Colonel Crawford to only put up 7 points.
Talk to us a little bit about tonight's matchup.
Hit a button. Sorry about that. But anyways,
we're back.
To only put up 7 points in the first quarter and then to completely turn it around there in the second quarter, there had to be some really good adjustments made, some things that they saw in the first quarter that were working and not working for them, and then they tweaked their game plan to that and just were explosive in the second quarter.
Yeah, now Colonel Crawford, at least historically this season, have been very slow in the second half. So you talk about adjustments. Hopefully they make some really great adjustments here in the second half, and they're able to continue their high-flying ways so far. All right.
How's it looking out there, Connor?
It's quiet right now. People are just settling back in from halftime.
Everybody getting their munchies and stuff?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got both teams out on the field. They're getting warmed up, and we've got Seneca East over to our left in their yellow jerseys. Colonel Crawford in the white jerseys over to our right, stretching out, moving along. And Colonel Crawford, they'll receive first. They've been running the ball, rushing the ball extremely effectively, and I imagine they're going to keep that up. So the real question here is, guys, how can the Tigers make up for it? Because the Eagles' defense has really been giving their young quarterback a lot of trouble so far tonight.
Yeah, and you talk about adjustments and adjustments that need to be made. Not only do you have to find a way to keep your defense fresh and keep getting the stops, but you have yet to be able to get your offense going here tonight. You have to come up with something here in the second half to get that offense going, not just to score points, but to play catch-up here.
And something to remember here is Blake Foose, all his physical gifts, he does so many things so well. The thing that he's done extremely well here in the N10, he leads the league in rushing. 500 yards coming into tonight. He leads the league in touchdowns, 16 touchdowns, and he leads the league in carries. So if you're really going to get that offense kick-started, it's got to start with Blake Foose. And he's got to try to make something happen on the ground before they're able to open it up through the air.
You're absolutely right. It's the same old story, like I said, with the Eagles, showing tonight that they're not a one-dimensional team. You have to do the same thing. You have to be able to get the ball going through the air and on the ground.
All right, now during halftime, Connor, we were having a nice little conversation with this 28-point lead, and Colonel Crawford picking up the ball first. There's some high school rules we got to keep into play. That 30-point rule.
There is, and Colonel Crawford, if they score it all here, they will get over that 30-point. And just some things to be aware of, being the 30-point differential, is officials' timeout or injury timeout will stop the clock. These 6 things will stop the clock from the running clock. To a charge timeout by either team, change of possession, the end of the third quarter, if a score occurs, or an extended delay, which the referee signals. So the officials will continue to use their normal signals, but anytime that the lead change goes below the 30-point, then we go back to normal clock.
Yep.
There you go. All right, so Connor, we're going to count on you to keep us straight on all those different rules. I do want to thank a couple more sponsors here before we get ready for the second half of play. Reno's Pizza and Pasta. My family, they stopped by Reno's just before tonight's game and enjoyed some of their amazing pizza, some of the best pizza in Tiffin. It's perfect for families just like mine that just can't make up their mind on what to eat. So Reno's Pasta and Pizza, they've got all sorts of different things. And let's not forget that loaded chicken chunk pizza that they've got there.
I'll tell you what, not only do they have great pizza, but they have great people working there, too.
There you have it.
We had our Browns tailgate thing out at this weekend for the Browns season opener, and of course Johnny Reno and John Reno was there.
Yeah,
brought their friends and family. Everybody
Phenomenal.
Enjoyed, had a great time, great people.
Absolutely, and of course we've got some amazing sponsors that are with us throughout the season. Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Ex-Carre Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore. We've got Steinmetz. We've got Bench Warmers, TJ Willie's, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's, Sarah Risen, Century, Bolte Realty, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, one of our new sponsors, along with Jam's Heritage Vintage Market. Then we got the Advertiser Tribune, along with Lee's Famous Recipe. All of our sponsors. Here we go. Second half of play underway as Seneca East boots it out of bounds. And the vaunted Colonel Crawford offense is going to get some excellent field position here to start off the half.
Must not got his foot. Must not got the contact right on that one. That one's just an ugly kick.
And we are already close to midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much else to say about that, is there?
It's like the worst way you could start off the second half kickoff here.
It's certainly not going to help your defense. And with it going out of bounds, they're going to pick up a few extra yards on it. So that's going to be right around the 47-yard line. That's where Colonel Crawford picks up.
First kickoff for Seneca East tonight, so we didn't see what their kicker was like so far tonight.
Talking about Reno's, my wife just texted me, and she took offense to my Reno's ad. She said, we got spaghetti, not just pizza. So I guess pizza is my obsession, but they've got phenomenal spaghetti to go along with that great staff that you were talking about, Greg. So wow. Here we go. Long toss incomplete. That's going to bring up second and long for Colonel Crawford.
And how about that? To start the second half off, they go to the air. Already firing, trying to just get down the field quickly. They're just trying to put this one away already.
Yes, they are. And what worked great for them in the first half is that three-headed rushing attack, as they were able to mix, match, and spread it out evenly and just pound away at this Tigers defense. And we'll see if that the conditioning factor, if it comes into play here in the second half. But if they throw it around, won't matter. Here we go. as Colonel Crawford plows their way forward. Number 32, Matt Clenard, first down Eagles.
Brought down by Will Bischoff, but that is a first down for Colonel Crawford at the 40.
Right back to doing what they did great there in the first half.
Absolutely.
Just ground and pound football.
Again, I think the coaches are tuning into our coverage as soon as we talk about their passing attack and we talk about how this worked first. I mean, I'm just saying, we're like the coaches in the booth here, guys. All right, it's going to be Clenard again off to the right side, powers his way forward, picks up the first down and more as he continues to churn his legs forward right around the 15-yard marker. Another first down for Colonel Crawford, and they are moving.
A 3-year letter winner here and showing he's just dominant on the field.
And you can see why he got 3 years award winner there as he's just chopping up this Tigers defense. First and 10 from the 18-yard line marker here, opening up the second half. We've only been playing for a minute, and they've already picked up about 50 yards. So here we go, as you've got Lohr looking to pass. He's got his man, dropped it.
Great pass.
Intended receiver, Caden Brunner, unable to bring it in. Incomplete. Second and long for the Eagles.
If he didn't drop that one, that's another big play right there.
We've seen a lot of passes dropped by receivers so far tonight on both sides of the ball. Any updates on that?
Kinda
Those
lost
field
your
conditions?
Camera. Yeah. Got a camera for us here, bud? There we go. We're back on
there. There we go. So any updates on the field conditions there, Connor? We've seen a lot of missed passes so far tonight.
The field is definitely slicking up here, getting dewy out here, so the conditions are getting a little bit rougher for these players.
All right, here we go as Lohr's tossing it through the air. This time
oh, my goodness.
He's got his receiver, Clenard, who's able to hold on to it, pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Doing his best tightrope walk impression there.
Yeah, he's going to come up just short of the first down marker, but it's going to be second and short inside the 10-yard line for Colonel Crawford. So here we go, 3rd and 1 from the 8-yard line, 10:42 in the third quarter here from Attica, Ohio. Lohr, quarterback keeper. Nope, he's going to toss it to Clenard as he leaps forward. And close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be enough. First and goal for Colonel Crawford.
Just finding some running lanes there. Looking. Found a small one, hit it fast, and the defense closed in, but not fast enough to stop him from getting the first down.
And you can hear the Attica faithful encouraging their defense, trying to hold the line. 1st and 3 from the 3-yard line as they're able to hold the Eagles offense to no gain.
Clenard once again with the ball.
Yeah, Clenard getting a lot of action here in the third quarter. And they spread the ball pretty evenly in the first half of play here, but so far Clenard has been the go-to back for Colonel Crawford as it brings up second and goal from the 3-yard line.
Ref's blowing the play dead for something here. Looks like he's going to the sideline to have a talk about something.
Having a quick conversation with Phillips.
They're pointing at something off to the side over here.
Connor, what do you see down there? What are they pointing at? You can't really make it out from here.
I am assessing right now, but I think we're looking at something at the end of the bleachers over here.
Yeah, something definitely out of the field of play off to the side of our bleachers over here.
And you can see
We
the
have
officials.
The referees are asking, please do not use megaphones. Again, please do not use
somebody must have had a
Right.
megaphone out over here.
So cowbells, pots, pans, that's good. No megaphones. Got it.
One thing I wanted to say as well is I actually just heard the team on the sideline cheer defense, and that's the first I've heard Seneca East talk tonight. So they're trying to get everything they can to get that momentum and stop this Colonel Crawford defense from scoring another touchdown.
Yep.
Got to get fired up out here.
There we go. So short break here. No megaphones. We got it. So here we go, 2nd and 3rd from the 3-yard line, 9:40 as Colonel Crawford churns right up. And that's another touchdown for the Eagles.
Go ahead and take another look at that one.
Yeah, dial it up.
They just make it look easy here. that blocking scheme, play call, another 6 points there for the Eagles.
You
and
got
guys,
it.
That puts us over the 30-point mark.
Yeah, and that'll keep the clock running here moving forward unless the Tigers are able to respond on offense.
And that touchdown was capped off from Clenard, so this was a Clenard drive.
So that is that's the third rushing touchdown of the evening with the PAT up and good. So at the 9:37 marker here in the third quarter, it's now 35-0. Colonel Crawford over Seneca East.
Connor said Clenard Drive. It sounds like somebody's place of residence or business.
That's right. There you go.
I'll run down here the 30-point differential real quick. Again, the only time the stop will be, the clock will be continuously ticking, and the only times it'll stop is an official timeout or injury timeout, a charge timeout by either team, a change of possession, the end of the third quarter, a score occurs, or an extended delay, which the referee signals, which that megaphone was an extended delay.
There we go.
Happened before the 30-point differential, but still, there's a good example right there.
Just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so 35-0 here in Attica. It's, I would say, since second quarter on, it's really been Colonel Crawford all the way.
Oh, absolutely. They've been able to find what's working for them. They've been able to dial in against the Seneca East offense, and it's been all Colonel Crawford. Absolutely. You're absolutely right now.
Yeah, their rushing attack has really set up everything for them tonight. They've got 3 rushing touchdowns. They've churned out yards in bulk, and that's allowed them to throw it over the Tiger defense. And oh boy, and that does not work out. Holy cow, that's a live football. And touchdown, Colonel Crawford.
That is a touchdown.
Wow. Tigers never touched the football. That's live. Colonel Crawford scoops it up. And
oh my goodness,
special teams touchdown.
Just a mental mistake there.
Yeah.
The returner must have been thinking, like it was like a punt. He just let that one go. Let's go ahead and see if we can take a look at that one again.
Caden Brunner.
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
He never touched it. He just walked away.
Oh my goodness.
And that's right. Colonel Crawford picks it up, scoops it up, touchdown. And holy cow, there you go.
Second special teams.
That is not a touchdown.
Oh no. So they're saying no touchdown. Originally, the field umpire signaled touchdown. So they're going to say no touchdown.
That's very interesting.
But it is Colonel Crawford's football.
I'm a little confused as to why that's not a touchdown. Is that not the same as an onside kick with nobody touching the ball?
I believe so. The official signaled touchdown, but now they're saying no touchdown. So
I'm a little lost on that one. But
yeah.
There definitely was no contact from Seneca East either. So yeah, I'm a little confused.
And you can see the official talking to the Eagles head coach about the turn of events here. So it was right around the 5-yard line that they picked it up.
I'm going to need him to come talk to me about the turn of events here because I don't understand that one.
One thing I wanted to state here was that's another first drive of the quarter for Colonel Crawford scoring a touchdown. Their first drive in the first quarter, touchdown. First drive in the second quarter, touchdown. Now the first drive in the third quarter, touchdown.
They are definitely finding their rhythm here tonight.
No question. So the only way I can really describe this is they just picked up the kick. Usually that's a live ball after 10 yards.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the high school rules that the ball doesn't live once they touch it, but either way, it's still a huge turnover here.
So, yeah, 8:53 marker. They picked it up, and here we go. And it looks like it's going to be Clenard off to the right side, pushing his way in. And, well, there you have it, touchdown. That's another, that's the second consecutive touchdown for Clenard here in the third quarter of play. And that's, just like that, guys, it extends the lead for Colonel Crawford.
Well, talk about that 9 points in the second half. They already have 13 right now, 14 with this extra point.
So much for averages. You know, Colonel Crawford, they averaged 40 points in the first half so far this season. And while they've met that here so far in the third quarter, I think the big news for them is the 14 points, well, 13 points, possibly 14 points they put up here in the matter of 20 seconds. on a huge heads-up special teams play. So PAT is up. It's good. There is a flag on the field, so we'll see what that does to everything.
Offsides, maybe?
On the play.
Maybe trying to get a head start at the block here. See what they say. Maybe somebody had a megaphone out again.
There you go.
Personal foul?
Indication is personal foul.
And that's going to be on the Eagles, so it looks like the PAT will be good, but it may be assessed on the kick.
Yep, I believe that's what he just signaled for there.
Yeah, so they're going to... Yep, there you go. So it's going to be 42-0 here from Attica, Ohio. Colonel Crawford with a commanding lead over the hometown Tigers. Wow, I'm just stunned, gentlemen.
I mean, just, again, another special teams flub, whatever you have, what have you, resulting in a huge turnover, resulting in another touchdown for Colonel Crawford.
So first half, we saw a huge Eagles special teams play as they picked up a fumble on a punt, which led to a 3-yard touchdown run in a matter of about 2 minutes. Here in the third quarter, we see another huge special teams play as they just scoop up the kickoff, and 1 second later, the Eagles have another 3-yard rushing touchdown. So special teams has really complemented Eagles offense thus far tonight.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that kickoff. Like, I haven't seen anything like that in a while.
Because on an onside kick, you're allowed to
Absolutely.
pick it up and run after 10 yards.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with high school rules, or a little bit different, slightly different. So I think it's just down where
it's certainly a live football, but I think the puzzling thing is that the Tigers, they treated it like a punt, but it was a kickoff.
Yeah, that's the part that confuses me the most, is how the returner kind of just looked at it, stepped away from it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so kick in the end zone, touchback. So the Tigers offense, they're now getting an opportunity to do something here. Now, something to keep in mind, again, Seneca East, they have the highest scoring offense in the fourth quarter, and we're getting closer to that fourth quarter, so they are absolutely a second half team as the majority of their points happen in the second half, okay? And every game so far this season for Seneca East, they have trailed at halftime, and they've been able to put in big-time second-half points, and they've come out with a 3-1 record so far. So don't put them to bed here just yet. Here we go. It's going to be number 23, Lane Dixon, who powers his way forward right around the first down marker. A huge gain for the Tigers on first down. And it looks like they might have enough for a first down. Yep, chain gang is moving, and that's a great start to the second half for Seneca East as their offense might be coming alive.
I'm back up the line already.
And they know they need some points here, so no time like the present. 1st and 10 from the 30. Foose rolls to his left, looking deep. He throws it. He's got a couple men.
Oh my goodness.
Woo, there you go. Huge catch.
We're going to take another look
number
at that
82.
Oh, my gosh. Let's take another look at that one. That was a beautiful throw and catch.
There you have it.
Great protection. Loads it up. Just drops the dime in there. Boom. Beautiful.
Thank you. And it's number 88, Cody. I'm just going to call him Cody H. As he comes up with an absolutely huge catch for the senior wide receiver. That's what the Tigers need. And here we go. They're going to dance around a couple defenders, push their way forward close to that first down marker. And it's going to bring up 2nd and long from the 23-yard line. Wow. We talked at halftime. The offense, it all starts here with Blake Foose. He's got to make something happen, and that is the way you do it. It is a huge pitch and catch to a senior receiver, and that's the type of play that they need here so that they can put up points and come out strong in the second half. So here we go. Foose looking to air it out again. Overthrows his man, tipped away, incomplete.
Almost caught by another receiver.
Yeah, Lane Dixon, the intended receiver.
You know, we talked about the Tigers putting up lots of points in the fourth quarter. I got to thinking here, I was like, if the Tigers don't get something going here soon, we're going to be in the fourth quarter a lot faster than we know it.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line. We're now down to 6:18, 6:17 remaining here in the third quarter as the Tigers are prowling toward that end zone, hoping to get some points put in here and make this a ball game. So here we go. Got some movement. Beamer in motion. Foose fakes it, looking deep, looking to toss it, looking for the end zone. He's got a man, overthrows Beamer, the intended receiver, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 10 for Seneca East.
You really wanted to see something happen there. You don't want this drive to stall out. You've got to be able to put some points up here.
Yep, and this is most definitely 4th down territory for Seneca East. Now again, that clock is continuing to run. We're now at 5:31, 5:30, 5:29 remaining in the third quarter as Colonel Crawford has a 42-0 lead over the Tigers. Foose stepping up in the pocket, forced to run it, drugged down, turnover on downs, just like that. Yeah, there's not much you can do as number 54. He's been a headache all night long. Jacob Moss, the senior,
gets back in there.
Senior defensive lineman for Colonel Crawford.
Wraps him up, takes him down.
Putting a hit on Blake Foose, and just like that, the Eagles come out again on offense.
First big play for Seneca East tonight, and unfortunately, it turned into a turnover.
Yep. Huge play, not able to come away with any points though, so let's see if their defense can step up and do something to help their offense out. Defense has held on pretty good so far tonight, slowing down the Eagles, but the Eagles, they've been picking up some yardage and points here toward the middle of the game. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 27. Eagles are going to rush it right up the middle as they're knocked down after picking up a few yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and long for Colonel Crawford.
And if you're Colonel Crawford, you're looking at a 42-0 lead. You thinking about clock management again, just letting that clock tick?
If I'm the coach, no question.
Well,
you just
at this point with
pound
the lead,
away.
Yeah, at this point with the lead, it doesn't matter what play you call. That clock's going to tick.
It's
So
still ticking. Yep.
Now
it's definitely in their favor.
Another thing you could do, special teams has been your ace in the hole for the Eagles. If you can pin the Eagles deep in their own territory, that could be another huge special teams victory for them. Here we go, another rush right up the middle, no gain. Colonel Crawford, clock's going to continue to tick, tick, tick away. 4:06, 4:05 remaining in the third quarter. And that'll be 3rd and long for Colonel Crawford.
That's a loss on the play, loss of 1, brings up 3rd down and 8.
Colonel Crawford just running their game here.
No rush from the Eagles at all, no need to rush here. All you can do if you're the Tigers is wait and hope. So here we go. Toss it. Got his man. Oh, yeah. Does he hold on it?
Wow.
Did he hold on to it?
Wow.
Yep. He held on to it as Lohr airs it out. And it's number 7, Lucas Foy, coming away with a big-time catch.
That's worth another look. That was a great catch there. Look at that one. In traffic, able to hold on to it.
What a catch.
And he comes up with the ball.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought it might have hit the turf, but the official's like, nope. He got his hands underneath it. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 45-yard line as they're able to pick up big yardage through the air. And here they go again, pounding away at this Tigers defense.
Ray Snook with that tackle. With a little help from his friends.
I cannot imagine how tired that Tigers defense has to be right now.
Absolutely.
They just continue to grind out yards against them here.
Micah Thomas with the carry on that, the junior running back. He's listed at 5'10", 185, so he's a bigger back for the Eagles, and you can kind of see why as he's able to just churn out those yards on 1st down. Here we go, Thomas again, flag on the field as he powers his way forward towards that 1st down marker. So let's see where this flag comes into play. False start on Colonel Crawford. And, all right, so that's going to be Colonel Crawford's 6th penalty on the evening.
I thought when there was a false start that they called that play dead.
Guess what, guys? Clock is still ticking.
Yep. Tick, 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 tick. Under 2 minutes now. So Colonel Crawford, their Achilles heel, if anything, tonight has been the 6 penalties. They had 4 in the first half, and they've had 2 additional penalties so far here in the third quarter of play. So that's certainly something that they'll need to clean up as they go into, before they go into, next week. Here we go, Colonel Crawford plowing their way forward, driving towards first down marker as Thomas is able to get close to a first down again for the Eagles. And it looks like it should be enough for the Eagles.
Looks like it.
Yep, chain gang is moving. Another first down. Thomas just making it happen, keeping his legs moving.
Plowing ahead there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from now the 35-yard line with about a minute remaining in the third quarter of play from Attica, Ohio. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 46, 45, 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter as the Eagles rush their way forward again for a short to no gain before they're stopped. I'd like to take a moment to thank Steinmetz Signs and Graphics. Steinmetz Inc. is here for all of your printing and design needs, from reunions to small events to business apparel and even vehicle lettering. They've got you covered. Check out their newly remodeled storefront where you can find gear from all the local teams, including Seneca East, already made and ready to take home. They make the gear that you make memories in. That is Steinmetz Signs and Graphics. All right, third quarter has come to an end here from Tiger Stadium in Attica, Ohio, and it's been all Colonel Crawford so far as they have a commanding lead 42-0 here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
I'm going to step aside and we'll be right back.
Want to take your marketing plan to the next level? Let's talk. Shoot us an email at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
The 35-yard line.
Oh, welcome back to Tiger Stadium here in Attica, Ohio, as Colonel Crawford has a 42-0 lead over the hometown Tigers. And they have the football here on the field as they look to add to their lead. There they go, stopped at the line of scrimmage by a very stout Tigers defense. The Tigers defense, of course, they've done a phenomenal job so far tonight. The score may not look like it, but this Tigers defense should be applauded for being able to slow down this Eagles offense.
Oh, absolutely, especially when you had at least 2 scores that came off of huge special teams turnovers.
Absolutely.
And changed the momentum of the game.
You got it.
Aside from that, the defense has really been stepping up here tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's an excellent point because when you look at it, those special teams scores, 3 yards, and they're in. So here we go, 3rd and 10 from 35 for the Eagles as they look to keep the ball moving. And it looks like it's going to be number 21, Connor McMichael, who rolls out to his left, and he might have enough for another Eagles first down as he's pushed out of bounds.
I was going to say almost more.
Yeah.
I see a lot of new faces out there for Colonel Crawford, so I think their starting lineup is done for tonight.
Yeah, this is when it gets easy on you as a coach. When you get your backups in, get people playing time, you don't have to think too hard about what plays you're going to call or what's happening in the game. Just hit cruise control here.
Yeah, just let the kids go out there and have fun. That's really what it's all about. And for an undefeated football team, the best thing you can do is get those young guys some experience, build on that, because then you have years of success that you can really count on. So here we go, 1st and 10 as the Eagles power their way forward again. And still churning those legs as they keep pushing and pushing further. And they're able to pick up 5 as they push the defense back on their heels. So really, I think that's the first time that we've seen so far tonight where the Tigers' defense has just been overpowered. So 2nd and 5 from the 20-yard line, 9:44 remaining in tonight's football game. So here we go. Colonel Crawford, hand it off, right up the gut.
Right into a bunch
Buried.
of Tiger defenders.
Yep. And those Tiger defenders, that's a lot going on there. You've got 225 pounds and 300 pounds of Tiger right there, not letting you through. So 3rd and 5 from the 20-yard line for the Eagles as they hope to extend this drive on what has been a clock management tool all half.
Absolutely. Seneca East offense can't score points if they can't get on the field.
No doubt. No doubt. So here we go. I think it's Caden Brunner. Nope, I take that back. I think it's trying to figure out who our new players are. Give them a little love. Okay, there we go.
Number 9's the quarterback.
Yeah, number 9, Peyton Baker, the freshman quarterback.
We got a flag coming in late from the backside.
Yep.
Recovered by the Tigers.
Fumble.
Is that it's a fumble marker. It's not a flag. My bad.
There you go. Fumble recovered by Seneca East, and there you have it.
Nice stand by the defense.
It gets hard to tell sometimes from up here with the yellow and the orange flags they throw out there for change of possessions and stuff.
Ball spotted just over the 20-yard line.
All right, so Seneca East, they pick up a fumble recovery. So that's good for them.
That one happened quick.
Yeah,
over on the sideline.
That gives our offense a chance here. But as you mentioned earlier, Connor, some new faces for the Eagles. We've got some new faces for the Tigers as well. So we'll do our best to make sure that we give those young guys some love as the Tigers pound their way forward with the rushing attack.
Nicholas Parks now in at quarterback with the handoff.
Nicholas Parks, I believe he's
Yeah, number 13, Nicholas Parks, freshman quarterback, 5'8", 135. Getting some varsity action here on Friday night.
Handoff to Lane Dixon. Pick up a 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5.
All right, so it sounds like we've got Nicholas Parks in at quarterback. We've got Lane Dixon. He's in at running back. So we've got some new blood coming in for the Tigers, some new names, and we'll see what we can do. 2nd and 5 from the 26 for Seneca East. And here we go. Parks looking to pass it. He's got his man, and did he catch it? He caught it.
Wow.
Yeah, number 3, Corbin Beamer catches it, and he's going to be drugged down at the 40-yard line. Big time first down for Beamer.
We're going to take a look at that one again. I can't even believe he caught that.
Wow, Nicholas Parks.
Kind of hanging in the air for a minute
Tossing
there.
it.
2 defenders.
Splits. Yeah.
Still comes down with it.
There you go. Splits 2 defenders, and Beamer is able to pick up big yardage, and
big yard Beamer?
Yeah, big yard Beamer. There you go. I like it. I like it. Put it on his jersey. Make the T-shirts. Get those hats right now. So here we go. Dixon, who's going to plow his way forward, is the Tigers. They've got some momentum.
By number 80.
That breeze feels good coming in the window here.
Yes.
Finally.
Oh, yes, it does. 6:49, 6:48 remaining in tonight's football. Again, make sure you stay here for our post-game show. We'll take a look at all of tonight's action, look around the area scores, see what we can dig up for you, and try to name a player of the game. Here we go. Parks
had a bobble snap there.
Tosses it. I'm not sure if he held on to it. Did he hold on to it?
I think, yes, he did. He was able to get that snap under control. He got the pass out there, and he was able to come down with it. Couple yard gain.
So Parks slinging it around the yard, and another reception for this Tigers offense. And they're keeping it going now, down to 6:09, 6:08 remaining in the contest. Parks tosses it again to Beamer. Beamer nailed, but falls forward right around the 35-yard marker. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Tigers as they pick up a few more yards. And Beamer, he's been a regular tonight. He's been on the defense. He's been on the offense. He's a do-it-all kind of guy for the Tigers. 4th and 5 from the 35. Parks looking for Beamer again, incomplete, and they'll turn it back over to Colonel Crawford as we're now down to 5:26 left in tonight's contest.
I mean, give it to Seneca East, though. They're still fighting as hard as they can out here.
You betcha. I'd like to thank our Dead Shark partnership here. Heart of Ohio Sports. We've partnered up with Dead Shark, all of our phenomenal graphics.
All the commercials that you see playing.
You betcha. Can't thank them enough. If they've produced our commercials for all of our streams here, this partnership means that you'll see the best high-quality video commercials produced by one of the best local production companies in Tiffin, Ohio. If you like what you see and you want to get your marketing plan going, make sure you call Nate at 567-207-5041 or shoot him an email. That way you can get some of the same great graphics from Dead Shark. And there you have. Didn't catch.
Swallowing them up there.
Tigers, there's no quit. And we heard that from Coach Phillips here in our interview with him. He said one of the things that he loves the most, this team does not quit. They fight to the end, and they fight hard all the way through to the final moment of each game. So here we go, 2nd and 13 for Colonel Crawford from the 32-yard line. 4:33 remaining in tonight's contest. Is they're going to rush it right up the middle, power their way forward for a short gain. It's number 21, Connor McMichael, the freshman running back, listed at 6 foot 170, but he looks a little bit taller than that from here.
You're going to have him measured. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's using all of that length, all of that height to pick up some yardage. So 3rd and long, as we're now down to 4:02, 4:01 remaining in the contest. And Colonel Crawford, they've got 9 yards to go here. So,
whistle over here.
And timeout, Colonel Crawford, their first of the night here. So they're taking a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout to thank some of our sponsors here. Fiesel's Frame and Collision, your one-stop shop for vehicle body repair. Fiesel's Frame and Collision. Why go to the rest when you can take your vehicle to the best? Fiesel's Frame and Collision is a family-owned business. Service your vehicles for the families in this community for many, many years, and they'll continue to do so for years to come. Fiesel's Collision, they've got phenomenal service.
An absolute staple in this community, no doubt.
You betcha. Talk to anybody in the area, and when you need some body work done on your vehicle, Fiesel's Collision, that's the place to go. All right, 3rd and 9 from the 34-yard line, 3:47 remaining in the football game. Colonel Crawford looking to air it out, extend their drive a little bit. Dancing around, and he's going to be hit hard. Nowhere to go. That'll bring up 4th down for Colonel Crawford.
He's just asking for that one. 3 Tigers chasing him around.
Yeah, Peyton Baker, the freshman quarterback, he wanted to throw, but he had nowhere to throw to. Connor, you should have put your hands up. Maybe you would have tossed it to you.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that could stop the clock right there.
Yeah, maybe.
Throw it to Connor.
I don't think that's in the rules.
Need to get the ball back. All right, 4th and 9 from the 36, and Colonel Crawford looks like they're going to just punt it away. And here we go. Fair catch.
Nice kick.
By Baker. Parks, rather, the freshman quarterback. And that's going to be 30-yard line. And that's Tigers going to come back out onto the field, see if they can pick up some chunk yardage like they did last drive.
He's got to go out there and return kicks and play quarterback? Jeez.
They make sure that he does it all here. Like, hey, you want to play? All right, you're playing on everything. Deal with it.
Versatile. That's the name of the game for these Seneca East Tigers.
If you're in the market for some real estate, make sure you dial up Sarah Risen, serving 13 locations in and around the Tiffin community. Sarah Risen has made a name for herself by putting the needs of her clients first and foremost. So if you don't want to be treated like a number. The number here, by the way, is 42-0, as Colonel Crawford has that commanding lead. You don't want to be treated like a number, but you want to be treated like a person. and a client first and foremost, you won't be treated any better than by calling Sarah Risen, Century 21 Bolte Realty in Tiffin, Ohio. And so if you're looking for the best to sell your home, make sure that you dial them up, and they'll make sure that they take care of everyone in the Tiffin and surrounding communities.
Absolutely. It speaks volumes to the character of Sarah Risen because, how many realtors are out there?
Yeah.
So for you to be able to get your name out above the rest really says something.
We were able to sell a house with Sarah Risen. It took her 3 weeks to sell her house. So it does a phenomenal job there. Meanwhile, number 44, it's going to be Logan Martin, who takes it and is tackled right around behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by who? Take your pick. There was probably about 4 Eagles back there.
Tackled by a plethora of white jerseys. There we go. So here we go. 2nd and 13 from the 25. We're down around the 2-minute marker. And it's going to be Parks looking to air it out. He's got a man. Oh, just missed his intended receiver, number 84, Cody Baldesser. So a lot of new faces out here for the Tigers. Great that they're given the opportunity to rush the ball and catch the ball here. But it's going to bring up 3rd and long for Seneca East. So we're now at 1:43, 1:42 remaining in tonight's football game. Again, make sure that you stay right here at Heart of Ohio Sports for our post-game action as we'll review local scores and all of tonight's scoring here from Attica.
Oh, look at that move.
There you have it. Parks shaking and baking as he's moving forward, picking up some huge chunk yardage. That'll bring up 4th and short for the Tigers.
You get your chance to play here on Friday nights under the lights.
Yeah.
You put it on display.
That's what you want to see from your young freshman playmaker. No question, he's going to see some time in the future, so nice for him to get some experience here against a top-flight opponent. So 4th and 4 from the 35. And wouldn't you know it, Parks connects again. First down for the Tigers as he moves those chains and keeps it moving for Seneca East.
Nice little pitching catch there.
Parks, he's looked really good throwing the ball as he's been able to connect with his receivers quite a bit. And that's been a huge, huge change of pace for this Tigers offense. 1st and 10 from the 45. Parks stepping up, looking. Oh, and down goes Parks. Yep, he's going to be tackled by another large group of white jerseys.
But you're right, Dom. He's been pretty accurate with the ball here tonight, especially with when you don't have chemistry built with these guys when you're putting new players in and stuff. So.
Absolutely, and it's really been great picking up yardage. Unfortunately, it hasn't translated flags on the field, so he's going deep. Oh, just nearly intercepted. Unfortunately, those yards have not translated into any points for Seneca East, and that's it. Flag will not matter because the clock is at zeros, and here at Tiger Stadium in Attica, Ohio, the Colonel Crawford Eagles have continued their undefeated streak as they are now 5-0 as they come out on top 42-0 with a huge, huge victory over the Seneca East Tigers. We're going to take a short break, then we're going to come back, recap our action, check out some local scores, and talk about our plays of the game. You're listening to Heart of Ohio Sports.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. All right, welcome back to Attica, Ohio, We're standing here in the booth at Tiger Stadium, and our final score, Colonel Crawford 42, Seneca East 0, as they dominated from start to finish. So let's do a quick recap of all of tonight's action, and it's going to be a little one-sided, Greg, but bear with me. Colonel Crawford, they came out on top, picked up a quick touchdown in the first quarter. That was their only touchdown of the first quarter as the Seneca East defense came ready to play. But as soon as that second quarter rolled around, Colonel Crawford began to fly, and it was Eagles fly, as their special teams set them up for some positive scores. So they had a 3-yard TD. They had a fumble recovery on special teams, which led to another rushing touchdown. And then they finished up the first half with a 21-yard TD pitch and catch. So 28-0 at halftime for Colonel Crawford. And then they kept on doing their punishing ways as Clenard pounded in 2 rushing touchdowns in the third quarter. And in a bizarre chain of events, Colonel Crawford was able to pick up a kickoff at the 5-yard line. That's really all it is. 2 Clenard touchdowns in the third quarter. They milked the clock away with that running clock, 42-0. Colonel Crawford, and they are undefeated right now, and they're right there at the top of the pack in the N10.
And coming into this game, we had an idea of what to expect from Colonel Crawford, and there in that first quarter, you really didn't see exactly what you thought they were going to bring, and it's like they were spinning tires, trying to get their footing, and then there in the second quarter, with the big special teams turnover, it's like it just jump-started the entire thing. The momentum started rolling.
Yeah.
Absolutely. From that moment on, through the rest of this game, the momentum never shifted back. It never went away from Colonel Crawford. They had the momentum, they had the control, they had everything for the rest of the game. They just dominated this one.
Yeah, and, the only thing that really slowed Colonel Crawford down was the 6 penalties that they committed tonight. That was able to really slow them down in the first quarter, where they had 3 of those 6 penalties, and then it slowed them down a little bit, throughout the game. But like you said, they had the momentum, they held on to it, and it was just a great all-around game for Colonel Crawford. Now, the really interesting matchup here that they've got ahead, all right, so they played Seneca East, and, Colonel Crawford, they've been taking care of business here against some lesser opponents, and we mentioned that in our pregame. They played Lakota, beat them 42-3, East Knox 37-7, Bucyrus 63-12. Those are one-win teams. Guess what they got going on next week? Cary. Cary's coming to town, and can you imagine this Eagles offense going up against the Cary football team? I mean, that's a matchup to watch in the N10.
Oh, absolutely. The offense for the Eagles tonight obviously did a great job putting up 42 points here, the total for the score. But again, you can't say enough about the defense. We spoke highly of Seneca East defense. They did a great job. They did a fantastic job.
They really did.
But when it comes to the Eagles defense, they absolutely lights out shut down the Seneca East offense. Never in this entire game could they get anything going. I'm surprised they had more than 5 or 6 first downs this entire game.
I mean, you use that word momentum to kind of describe Colonel Crawford, but you can also use that word to describe the Tigers. They had no momentum at any point. They just couldn't chain things together.
Yeah, they would get a drive going, get some yardage, get that first down, and then it would just stall out.
Absolutely.
They would just keep stalling out. 3 and outs, turnovers on special teams. It was just not the night for the Seneca East offense. That's
they
for sure.
just didn't have the headspace tonight, and it showed with a 42-0 shellacking at the hands of a big-time, rival in the N10. I mean, it really is.
I mean, you can say what you want about how good or not good a football team is, but at the end of the day, it is extremely hard to defend and game plan against a team with multiple weapons running the ball.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to get the ball that keeps their legs fresh. And like we talked about, the defense started to get wore down late in this game, but it's because they were out there for so long.
They were.
The Seneca East offense barely got to see the field in the second half of the game.
And it made it easy for the Eagles to rush the football as well. We're trying to dig up some local scores here, and we'll do our best. But let's talk a little bit about next week here on the X Stream. We've got Calvert at Margaretta next week, and that should be a great matchup.
Speaking of Calvert, let's take a look here. I think it says 44-14 is the score right now. They're leading the Streaks in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes left. I think Connor's got our player of the game over here. Let's see if he's getting set up here real quick.
Absolutely. So we'll take a moment to check out the Senecas as we're going to see them next week, 44-14 over St. Joe's. So we'll have a chance to see them respond to a very, very tough Margaretta team next week as we are on the road again at Margaretta, Polar Bear country. So we've got Connor. He's getting our players of the game ready. And we've got two standout Eagles here joining us tonight. We've got Matt Clenard and Trevor Voigt. Guys, first off, congratulations on the huge victory. Congratulations on continuing to be undefeated. How did it feel tonight?
It was pretty good. Just another week of football, and with Cary next week, this was a great win for us.
Ooh, you said it, a huge win, and you mentioned that word Cary. What are you going to do next week? Cary's a tough team.
Yeah, we're just going to prepare just like we have been all year and go and play some football. There's nothing else. We're just pounding the rock.
I love that football speak. He says, we just do what we do. We're just taking care of business. We're just playing the game like we play it. I mean, the absolute dominance, the momentum shift there in the second quarter. How did that feel on the sideline over there? Did it feel like the entire game's momentum shifted at that point during the special teams fumble?
Oh yes. When we get momentum, we don't slack. We take it and we run with it.
That's exactly what I said to Dominic. I said once they took the momentum in this game, they never gave it back.
All right, so Matt, you got a lot of running backs there. You really you share the wealth really well among your teammates there. But talk a little bit about what kind of effect does that have on a team where you're able to pound the ball down the throat of the defense, but then you're able to hand it off to one of your teammates, and they have the same effect.
Yeah, that's where from last year it was only me and Lincoln. This year we got 3 strong attacks. We got Micah Thomas, Tanner Dyer, and myself. And Cam Lohr at quarterback, he can run the rock too. And I feel like that's a great thing to have on the offensive side of the ball.
Oof, boy, is it. It makes it very, very difficult to defend when you've got so many very, very valuable weapons.
He says that's a great thing to have on offense. Well, I've got a great thing to have right here. It's a Madison Street gift card for you, bud.
All right, so one more question for you, Matt. What are you going to do with that gift card when you get that in your hands?
Well, that's hard to say.
I bet there's some chicken chunks in
there's
future.
some chicken chunks in your future, some sauce on the side there. So congratulations on the huge victory tonight, and congratulations on being our player of the game.
Thank you.
What a great interview there. I mean, that kid, he's got to be tired after that one.
What a fantastic game, and he's going to go home. He's going to eat some chicken chunks. He's going to rest up, get ready for Cary because the work starts again tomorrow. Is they've got to start getting ready for a very, very tough opponent there. Greg, any parting shots here from Attica before we head off into the sunset?
Well, it wasn't the Tigers' night tonight, but don't count them down and out by any means. If we know anything about these Tigers, they're resilient. They'll be back, and they'll be back in the winning column soon.
No questions asked right there. All right, so I think that's going to do it for us tonight. So thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. For Connor Roush, for Greg Kinn, I'm Dominic Helmstetter, and you've been listening to The Extreme on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week at Margaretta as Calvert looks to extend to a 2-game win streak.